If the reflection isn't you anymore, you're not alone, and you shouldn't have entered that hotel. Every city has its urban legends, those dark whispers that occupy the space between reality and folklore. But in Seattle, the Grandview Hotel is not a rumor. It's a concrete landmark of unexplained terror. It's an architectural marvel with something deeply wrong hidden on its fourth floor. They say this fault line isn't geological, but a persistent tear in the very fabric of existence. Since its grand opening in 1924, a pattern of disappearances has repeated itself every decade. 12 guests have checked into rooms on the sealed-off fourth floor, and not one has ever checked out. No bodies were ever found, no signs of a struggle, just empty rooms, the air thick with the smell of ozone, and all the mirrors shattered into a fine, sparkling dust that coated every surface.
Yo, what is up, guys? We are standing directly across from the Grandview. It's 2:45 a.m. The street lights are dead, the security guard just went on his extended break, and my adrenaline is already spiking. This is it. We're finally doing it.
Tyler isn't a believer. He's a skeptic, armed with a high-definition camera, a gimbal, and a thirst for viral content that borders on the pathological. He calls himself an urban explorer. He thinks this is just another empty building with a spooky story. He doesn't understand that some legends survive because no one who challenged them ever came back unchanged.
The lobby is absolutely dead silent. I can hear my own heartbeat echoing off the marble floors. The air feels different here, heavy, static, like a thunderstorm is about to break right in this room. Okay, I found the service lift, the forbidden lift. Let's do the sequence.
He enters the cramped, claustrophobic box, the wood paneling smelling of decay and old cigar smoke. He presses the worn brass buttons. 4, wait, 2, breathe, 4 again, holding his breath between each floor as if the oxygen in the shaft is poisonous.
Wait, the buttons are glowing. Look at this. They're turning a deep, sickly violet color. I've never seen a lift do this. The floor indicator isn't just counting down, it's spinning backward faster and faster, blurring the numbers.
The elevator stops with a bone-shaking jolt that rattles Tyler's teeth. The doors don't slide open smoothly. They retreat into the walls with a strained, unnatural grind.
Okay, we're out. The lights out here are flickering in this weird, rhythmic pattern. Long, slow blinks. It's not an electrical failure. It feels intentional. It feels like breathing. And the smell, it's unbearable. Like burnt air, damp walls, and the dust of something long forgotten.
The hallway stretches further than the building's external dimensions should allow. Logic dictates it should end at the fire escape, but this corridor fades into an absolute, velvety darkness that Tyler's flashlight cannot penetrate. Every door is numbered 404. And every single mirror on the walls, every vanity, every full-length looking glass is wrapped in thick, industrial-grade black plastic. Wrapped tight with heavy-duty tape, a desperate attempt to contain whatever is inside.
Look at this. This is some next-level superstition. Someone went through a massive amount of trouble to hide these things. There's a note taped to the wall. It's handwritten in ancient ink. It says, "Reflection is a privilege, not a right. Cover your eyes, or they will take what is ours."
Tyler laughs. It's a nervous, thin sound that instantly dissolves in the oppressive atmosphere. He moves to the largest vanity mirror in the exact center of the hall. He reaches into his pocket for a knife to peel the plastic away. He wants to see what they are so afraid of.
The plastic is coming off. It's sticky, and the sound of the tape peeling fills the whole hallway. The material itself feels wrong. It's freezing cold, like ice against my fingertips. Here we go. First, look at the legendary fourth-floor mirror of the Grandview Hotel.
When the plastic is gone, Tyler sees only himself. He sees a young man with a gimbal, looking pale, tired, and deeply unnerved. The dim violet light from the hallway makes everything look drained and unnatural. He shrugs, assuming the myth is just that.
Okay, that's anticlimactic. It's just old glass. Wait, guys, are you seeing this? I'm waving. My camera is recording my hand. I stop waving. Look, look, my reflection, it's still waving. It just stopped now. It's lagging. It's a full second behind.
It begins as a small, sickening delay. Tyler moves his head to the left. He waits. The reflection holds its position for 3 agonizingly long seconds, then slowly, deliberately, turns its head to the right instead, maintaining eye contact the entire time.
This isn't a glitch. This isn't a digital artifact. My lens is seeing it. The reflection isn't even looking at the camera gimbal anymore. It's looking directly at me. Behind the glass, it looks wrong. Its smile is wider than mine should be, and it holds it for far too long.
He tries to look away, but his eyes are locked, paralyzed by a force that logic cannot explain. A violent pulling sensation twists through his body, as if something unseen is drawing him toward the glass, toward the silver surface with a force he cannot fight.
I can hear it. It's whispering through the glass, a sound of heavy, choked-off voices. It sounds like my own voice, but it's distorted, like it's coming from somewhere deep behind the glass. It's saying, swap, swap, swap. I'm feeling dizzy. The floor is moving.
Suddenly, the black plastic on every other mirror in the entire hallway begins to tear, not from the outside, but from within. Thin hands press through the black plastic from the inside, stretching it into impossible shapes.
Oh God, they're all me. There are dozens of them, hundreds of them, all twisted in different impossible ways. They're all laughing. The glass is cracking. I have to get out of here. The lift buttons aren't working.
Tyler hammers on the elevator doors, his panic breaking his voice into ragged screams. Behind him, the main mirror doesn't simply crack. It bursts apart in a violent wave of glass and light. A wave of fine, sparkling dust floods the hallway as shards of glass spin through the violet air. But there is no sound of impact, only the slow, heavy rhythm of a barefoot step somewhere in the dust. The lift doors retreat at the final second. Tyler dives inside, gasping and scrambling over the wood paneling. He doesn't look back until the metal gates are almost closed. In the gap, he sees a perfect version of himself standing in the hallway, illuminated by a single static violet light, smiling a perfect, slow, calm smile. It is waving goodbye. He arrives in the lobby, gasping for air, clutching his face. It feels real. He leaves the Grandview and never looks back, editing the footage in a fever dream of denial. He thought he won. But 3 days later, his girlfriend notices something. Tyler is now left-handed. He used to be right-handed. He's always cold. And when he brushes his teeth in the morning, his reflection doesn't blink when he does. It just watches him, waiting, as if measuring the moment when the lag disappears completely.
I'm back, guys. The 4th floor was just a prank. Nothing happened. It was all fake. I'm exactly the same as I was before. Exactly. Same.
Sleep well, and don't stare at the screen for too long. Sometimes the last thing looking back isn't your reflection.